What's up, everybody? Welcome to my channel. Welcome to the new subscribers. Welcome back to the old subscribers. I hope everyone is doing well. I know you guys missed me, so I'm going to be doing a pre-recorded video a little bit late, like maybe that much of, what's coming in for your sign, maybe some messages for now, but I'm going to do all the signs. I already have an order picked out thanks to my handy dandy astrology dice. So we're starting with the sign of Virgo, and specifically for someone who's dealing with a Taurus or a Libra, but also this could be wherever those signs are in your chart or the houses that are corresponding, For you guys, what came up is the 8th house, which is all about the one everybody's kind of superstitious about, because it's my, Scorpio dominates the 8th house, but it's all about your psyche, the unknown, the I don't want to say tarot, but the mystical, the unknown, maybe some darker things that we don't necessarily talk about. But it also could just be a level of change, a change in household. Maybe there's something that's transforming within yourself or someone that you are with currently. For some of you guys, I do feel like you definitely are very intuitive, or you have someone around you who is. For some of you guys, stress could be a big factor, and it's important to have patience with yourself to gain a better understanding. Be encouraged. There's a lot of things you don't know. There's a lot of things that are going to work out, maybe some things that you've wished for, but just knowing that things are going to be successful. But in order to move forward in that, just accept and be open to the healing and letting go of things maybe you hold on to or someone else holds on to. Overall energy is door to personal healing and happiness, card 34. So you could be in your 30s, or this could have been something that is coming back around again now. But it's about you figuring out what makes you happy, you healing on a different level, you using your intelligence to bring about this renewal of your soul, working together with another person, coming to a better understanding maybe of the person that you're with, and maybe some conflicts along the way. The bottom is the 2 of Swords. So for some of you, it's a head over heart decision, but it really has a lot to do with happiness. It has a lot to do with health and wellness. For some of you guys, it's about, some herbal remedies. Some of you could be vitamin D, or something to do with sunflower oil, or just reigniting passion in a current situation and having that conversation with someone in your life, or being open to that conversation that maybe someone wants to have with you. I just think that maybe someone gets caught up in the mundane, day-to-day, and your guys' friendly and gentle nature has carried you a long way, but it's important to show that to yourself at times as well, especially when things happen that are unexpected. Some of you guys could be moving. Some of you guys could be getting a loan. Some of you guys could be traveling. Looks like a birthday party for someone, or just could be maybe like something that's a surprise, where someone could have this little get together for you for something. Maybe it's some type of accomplishment, or just decorating a home space, or embracing whatever new changes come in. With the Chariot here, it's moving forward, it's not being afraid of the emotions that are tied to whatever this outcome would be, as long as you know, you're staying in the energy of making yourself happy and, you know, staying in a place of needing to have a little bit more patience. Maybe things aren't coming together at this certain moment, but they will, and maybe things are coming together now. So it's just a time to, you know, stay positive and embrace the changes that are coming in. Your guys' affirmation is, I'm strong, focused, and self-directed. I have the power to create wonderful new realities in my life. So I feel like you guys already have this vision. You guys already know what it is that you want, and maybe it's things are a little bit stagnant, but at the same time, that doesn't mean that it's not coming together. I think that there are some things you're still learning along the way, and it could have to do with a relationship. It could have to do with a child. For some of you guys, you might have a 4-year-old. Maybe someone is having a hard time feeling comfortable or appreciated or welcomed, or certain situation like that. But I do feel like, you know, keeping that positivity, overcoming things because of the right decisions that you've made. I think that there's been a lesson and reward, but it has came with a lot of self-reflection, a lot of lessons. There's going to be success in despite of, you know, opposition or setbacks. For some of you guys, it has a lot to do with your stability. It has a lot to do with your home. Having that sense of home and family again, or just reinventing that in a partnership with someone, and having the courage to be teachable, but also, you know, teach another person maybe some things that they were unaware of, or some things that come up along the way. For some of you guys, it has to do with career. So maybe you're unsure about that, but there could be because of your experience. And, you know, some of you guys have really good communication skills. So moving forward and having that confidence in yourself, and not holding on to things that, you know, sacrificing yourself too much, or vice versa. The next sign is Gemini. Specifically, if you're dealing with a Scorpio or a Libra, the house that came up for you was the 6th house. The 6th house has a lot to do with your health, your wellness, you know, work life, routines. For some of you guys, it's, you know, celebrating something, or just being happy and content, being at home. Some of you guys have young children. Some of you guys could be doing at-home learning. Some of you guys just need to know that you make them really happy. Maybe you feel like you're not doing things right, or whatever, or that things are unexpected, or whatever the case may be, but that you have the power to balance it out, because you guys have the yin and yang energy, which is basically your sign in entirety. You know, you're manifesting things to being aware of that. Some of you guys, this is a relationship that you are completely happy with, you know, being happy with the small things, laughing and communicating, decorating or redecorating a space, maybe creating different energy in it, but at the same time walking away from things where maybe you felt like things should be a certain way. Maybe you felt like you grew up a certain way and very stuck and rigid, and this is how things used to be. This is, you know, I don't really know what I'm doing. Maybe you feel like you're messing things up because of what you were told things should be. You have contract as overall energy. I just feel like this is, you know, not pushing people away so much. This is maybe opening up a little bit more about, maybe some of you guys need to go for a drive when anxiety kicks in and not be so guarded. Maybe people want to help you genuinely and you're not really used to that. Maybe there's a sibling situation here where someone could have gotten pregnant, or someone's going to be adopting. I just feel like you could be having a conversation, maybe talking if nothing else, talking to someone on the phone, getting someone else's perspective about how you think about things. We have right side and left side way of thinking, and sometimes we get stuck in one or the other, and sometimes it helps to have conversations with people who think completely different than us, and then we sit and reflect about it like, yeah, I do work really hard, I am family oriented, like this could work out, you know, there could be someone else playing a certain role in my child's life, or you know, this we can laugh, and this person has a lot of patience, that we can work this out, and then, you know, having that positive energy, bringing in more positive. Your affirmation is, I am attracting wonderful, beneficial connections that support and honor me and bring me great happiness and abundance. So remaining in that positive energy and attracting those connections that genuinely help you, just to have this balance, to maintain this balance in your life. Whereas maybe someone left a connection that didn't really bring you balance, you know, but you thought maybe you needed to stay in that situation for the kids, or because there was a significant relationship or marriage or whatever the case may be. But knowing that you're able to make decisions on your own, that you can have a sense of peace, that, you know, things might not always be what they seem. Sometimes we overthink and come up with things, and it creates more challenges than need be. The next sign I'm going to do is Aquarius. Specifically, if you're dealing with another Aquarius or Gemini. And like I said, this could be something to do with wherever these are in your chart. But the third house is being highlighted. So this is communication. This is I don't want to say the past. For some of you guys it could be, but maybe taking a trip, or getting out and enjoying nature, or having a better health and wellness routine, or not being so hyper-focused or fixated on money, but not being afraid to branch out on your own, and communicate, you know, with some of you guys it could be the school, some of you guys it could be siblings, some people are just in your own neighborhood, you know. I think that some of you guys do maybe have some energy around you that may have not have been the positive in the past, and so now it's a little bit difficult for you to come up with, I think you're used to doing things a very certain way for a very long time, and not a lot of people understand you or why it is that you do that, but maybe it's about leaving those old traditions and values behind, and being open to communicating and expressing yourself in such a way where other people can understand where you're coming from, where people can understand how you love and what you think about, or, you know, they're able to discern certain behaviors or attitudes, and just letting people get to know you, basically, you know, talking to someone, maybe about things that you normally don't talk about, or, you know, I experienced this is why I make this decision, type of thing. You have the sun and the man holding a coin, so I feel like it's positive energy. It's a new beginning. It's, you know, not being too drawn to people for the wrong reasons. You know, some of you guys might feel like you only are interested in dating people who are financially stable, or this person's like offering all these things to you, and you're like, I don't really know, maybe their communication skills suck, but they have a lot of money or something like that, or someone has a public image, and I think it's just time to let some things go, you know, get to know other people, or sit down and have a meeting and talk about things with other people. The affirmation for the sun is, I open my heart and life to the creative inspiration of divine love. I choose to create happiness in every new day. This is you choosing to be happy every day. That no matter what happened the night before or what happened in the past, you're waking up every day with the intention of creating happiness in your life now, in this moment, staying in this moment. The affirmation for this one is, I determine my own destiny. I take financial action, and I'm receiving wonderful assistance from those around me. So maybe there's going to be an opportunity where someone comes in as a friend, or someone at a distance is going to be bringing you this opportunity at a time when you really needed it. Maybe some of you guys are worried about losing a house. Maybe some of you guys didn't really think you could be this happy again, or you felt like maybe you didn't really know if you could be successful, but you can be. Just holding on to those self-limiting things and not sacrificing too much of yourself is important. You know, working together. The Queen of Cups. Strength card in reverse. The Wheel of Fortune. And the Seven of Cups. This is good karma, bad karma. You know, what have you put out there? What could be coming back in? Excuse me, this is a Tower card. I'm not very good at Roman numerals, come to find out. So, I think some of you guys feel like if you hold back on how you feel in your emotions, that you'll avoid anything that could possibly happen that could ruin something. Maybe you feel like keeping things to yourself, but I just feel like there's a part of a chakra or energy that needs to be released so that these new opportunities can be brought in, so that you kind of give up that idea of I don't express my emotions, I'm not going to be emotionally involved, I'm going to pull myself back from everyone around me. But once that is let go of, you know, walking away from those old constructs, those time frames, those timelines, you know, and never giving up on something you truly love doing, and coming to an understanding of how things really work. Energy we put out comes back, and how we truly manifest everything, and bringing in these good opportunities, because I don't see it as negative for anyone that I read for, you know what I mean, that there's things coming around, but it does going to require you to get your feet wet a little bit and be more emotionally available or open, or, you know, opening up about certain things, and not keeping to yourself as much. The next sign I'm going to be doing is the sign of Pisces, specifically if you're dealing with a Scorpio, a Gemini, or a Sagittarius, whatever's in your third house, but it's also communication for some of you guys. For some of you guys, it's communication with your ancestors or your angels, or someone who passed on, someone who wants to see you be happy and find yourself again, I think, and take care of yourself, and you know, make the choices that aren't going to stress you out and take too much on your plate, and to not run from certain things, even if it's someone you're involved with, that you have abilities and talents that would provide you the freedom to do what it is that you truly love doing and bring in good karma, and it will be successful. But it's like you need to remember that yourself, like no one else can really tell you that. The Seven of Cups. So they're again making these choices. Some of you guys maybe want to go shopping. Three of Pentacles. Working together with another person. The Empress could be a business. It could just be as a mother. You have the Judgment in reverse. I think that there's something that's being avoided. There's some type of decision that you're not making. Maybe some kind of self-confidence thing that is here for whatever reason. Maybe you feel like you're not really going to get out what you put in, or you're worried that this isn't going to work out, or there's small children involved here, something to do with traveling, or you know, feeling like you're on guard, or being discerning is really important for you guys, because I feel like if things are stalled, it's just finding the right balance. It's you know, what you're committing to, what your ability is to kind of do things in moderation and keep the balance, but as well as basically coming up with a plan and not letting your subconscious deceive you. You have strategy, number 21. I think that it's just coming up with a plan. It's signing the dotted line. It's having the conversation. Your affirmation is, I plan the necessary steps to achieve my goals, and I'm willing to take action in that direction. I am flexible, persistent, and prepared. So telling yourself that you know what you're doing, that you are able to do this, you know, not doubting yourself. because you do have these opportunities here, but it is going to require you to work with another person. It's going to require, you know, this opportunity to, it really is a plan and its execution, as well as having more confidence in the situation and yourself. Remembering that you have this calm nature about you, that you have the patience, the same patience you show maybe to your children is like the patience you need to show this situation, and not being afraid that things are going to crash and burn. So it's like, you know, it's almost like that if you don't make a decision, then bad things can't happen kind of thing. If you don't take any action, then there won't be any bad consequences. But there's also more than one way to do things, and I do feel like you're going to be genuinely surprised when it comes to some wish you've had, some hope that you've had, and that things can be can come true that you've wished for and you've hoped for. But it's really about, you know, not letting the little things get to you, the people around you, or maybe you know, just understanding you can find the balance in whatever it is, and that maybe that is going to be letting things go when it comes to you know, just exploring on your own, in your own mental, like what can I do to make things better in this situation? What am I not able to do even though I've tried? That kind of thing. Scorpio, Gemini, and Sagittarius came up with that sign. And the sign of Leo. Specifically, if you're dealing with the Capricorn, or Virgo, or Scorpio, and the 10th house is being highlighted for you. So this is about your purpose, your career, your reputation, what you do for work, how people see you at your job. Also could be an ending of trying to maintain a certain thing for the benefit of other people. You know, that just kind of brings a lot of challenges. 5 of Cups. Because I do feel like there are some regrets here when it comes to, you know, maybe there are situations where you gave too much and you didn't get it back. And so now you don't, you know what I mean? You have the World card. So I think it's putting an end to the regrets and realizing what you still have here. That you have had some losses, that, you know, maybe your power was taken, or you don't have a lot of confidence sometimes. But at the same time, that could end, that doesn't have to be like that forever. Some of you guys maybe aren't sleeping that much. Maybe some of you guys need to meditate more. Some of you guys are maybe unable to find rest mentally because of these emotions that you have suppressed when it comes to, you know, not really knowing what your plan or purpose is. Maybe it's just realizing that there is help available, or that there's friends here to help you even though there weren't in the past, that kind of thing. That you do have good people around you despite whatever you went through as a child, or what they went through, or whatever. Like, it's just kind of like ending those old time frames, or those timelines where things were negative, where things were one-sided, where, you know, we didn't understand another person, we weren't able to work with them, that kind of thing. You have man holding a coin, number 43. So this could be assistance of some kind, or feeling like maybe someone isn't helping, or maybe they will be. I do feel like it says, I determine my own destiny. I take financial action, and I'm receiving wonderful assistance from those around me. So if that's what you're worried about and you're stressing out about, I feel like it's going to be okay, that there's going to be help, or there's going to be some kind of new job or opportunity available. It's just something that's not like completely written in stone. It's still kind of up in the air about how and when for some of you guys. Some of you guys also have karma at play. And for some of you, that might be positive. Some of you guys, that might be negative. Now we are on the sign of Cancer. Specifically, if you're dealing with a Leo, Pisces, Libra, or Gemini. 3rd house, once again, is coming up. A lot of you guys, it's communication. A lot of you guys, it's how you deal with other people. A lot of you guys, it's what you're not saying. And, whoa. Kind of taking on too much and stressing yourselves out, but not making yourselves or not really being happy, you know, trying to make things work and being patient, but not really feeling like certain things are fulfilling, or that you kind of put on a good front to people and act like certain things are fine, but they're really not. You have the Nine of Pentacles, Three of Swords, Ace of Wands, Tower in reverse, and the Sun card. I feel like some of you guys are making the decision to do things on your own, despite how it's going to affect you, despite what you've been through. You're kind of rebuilding that confidence that's necessary to begin something new, to be happy, to avoid something that could have been pretty negative in your life. You have caring connections. I think some of you guys are letting go of attachment that wasn't very good for you, whether it's someone in your family, whether it's not opening up to people, whether it's all the fighting and drama that comes around certain things that we've been through in our lives where we don't really talk about them. You know, I do feel like there's a level of creativity that you're having around resource. I do feel like some of you guys are really nurturing people, and so there's a connection coming in for you. The affirmation is, I open my heart and life to truly caring connections. The ideal friend and partner is coming to me now. And I feel like that's definitely being manifested here, but be careful of attachments to old things or people or places, because that's just going to bring a lot of drama back into your life. The fighting, the constantly things going wrong, you know, someone being too reliant on the other, or needing someone to provide, or whatever the case may be. This is manifesting a healthy connection despite what you've been through, even if that means, you know, being solo for a while, or not being afraid, like being content with whatever outcome, you know. Some of you guys just need to remember that love and health and balance and suppressing emotions, like everything is like intertwined. And some of you might have heart issues because of the grief or some things you've been through, or maybe there could be surgery for someone, or I think we don't really necessarily have to believe what the doctors say all the time, but being prepared for whatever this may be, and to get a second opinion if there is some type of medical thing being suggested. You know, getting more than one opinion, like not being afraid to ask the referral for someone else because you don't agree, or you want to talk to a specialist or whatever. Next, we have Capricorn, specifically for those dealing with a Leo, a Capricorn, or an Aries. Your 7th house is being highlighted. That is your relationships, partnerships. Can we work this out? Can we just talk? Having faith in a partnership, in a marriage. Not listening to people's opinions about things that they really don't know shit about, or working together with someone who maybe you didn't really look at them in that way, but, you know, working things out or trying to regardless. I feel like some of you guys feel like, I don't want to say, like, what's coming to my head is like worthless because maybe you don't have the money to provide for a certain situation. Whereas any other time you would be able to give freely and have enough to spare, you know. It's kind of blocked. There's a blockage when it comes to finances moving forward, and that's because there's something to do with a decision, something to do with a choice, something to do with a soul's journey, what kind of karma we've had to deal with, but also how you're expressing yourselves, and, you know, as a level of a transition maybe that's not completely finished. You have the Ace of Wands and the 6 of Pentacles. So this is something new that's going to be bringing in something that's even. It could be a loan, it could be just having enough to provide, even though you might not feel like you do, just knowing that everything's going to be okay. It says, I plan the necessary steps to achieve my goals, and I'm willing to take action in that direction. I am flexible, persistent, and prepared. For some of you guys, it has something to do with, you know, maybe working with children, or could be like a teacher even. It could be opening up a little bit, maybe about your concerns about things, like, you know, things happen unexpectedly, and you know, maybe you had to pay a karmic debt, or there was something where just feel like it's just constant issues and stuff, because I feel like there's something to do with giving and taking and attaching yourself to an outcome that may not be for your highest good, and there could be making room for something that could actually be better ultimately. Taurus, your 8th house came up, and so did Sagittarius, Aquarius, and Aries. 8th house is Scorpio. This is death and transformation and change. It's, some of you guys it's inheritance, some of you guys it's debt, some of you guys it's your house of sex and taxes and blah blah blah. All the fun stuff that nobody really wants to deal with, you know what I mean? Like, fuck these taxes, you know? Some of you guys maybe declined a certain opportunity, or someone feels like you did. I think that money and possessions are important, but so is letting something end, possibly with some options, or manifesting things. But along with change comes things that you don't, that are going to be coming up, you might not necessarily want to deal with. But because you made the choice to end, or you should make the choice to end something and walk away from the emotional withdrawal, or the change that maybe didn't happen, or, you know, the unexpected karma that hit someone, I feel like because of your experience and the decisions that you've made, there's a equal partnership, whether it's in a job or another person. But I just feel like something to do with followers for some of you guys, some kind of new opportunity, like word of mouth basically is what I'm getting out of this. But with the Ace of Wands and the Six of Wands, this is working out in your favor. This is some new thing that you might not see coming, or that you are really passionate about, that's going to bring you, you know, what it is that you truly want or need. And it has a lot to do with your career and your image and whatever the case may be. Like, you might be doing some traveling, you might feel like running away, or you might have just being open and willing to not hold on to something where you're like doing the one where you're self-sacrificing too much, where you're committing yourself to things that you're the one doing a lot of it, but, you know, in turn letting people, like, equal opportunities coming in. The affirmation for the Angel of Strength is, deep within me is an abiding strength that knows no bounds. I have all the power I need to achieve all that I want. This is really about confidence. Like, I got this. This is going to go well. This is something I want to do. I'm in the right, you know, I have the right intentions. I'm not coming from a negative place. You have Woman Holding a Heart, which is 44. I'm emotionally calm and peaceful, and I attract healthy and stable people to me. So maybe there was a situation that was pretty hard to end and walk away from, because maybe it wasn't the most healthy situation. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of unforeseen things that are in the mix because you made the decision to do that. Regardless of how other people feel. It's not that you don't care. You just don't want to be so serious. Like, you want to maybe, like, laugh or be lighthearted. Like, maybe you don't want to get married and get a house or be locked in, you know what I mean? You're going to just figuring out what it is that you want, basically. I don't think you really know. But you have the ability and the talent to do whatever. So what the fuck do you want to do? You guys have the monkey for a spirit animal. Like, they're, like, funny, they're playful, they're lighthearted, they're childlike. That's going to get you through, like, a lot of things in your life. Some of you guys are teachers. Some of you guys are, like, self-taught. Some of you guys didn't have the confidence instilled in you by other people because of whoever you had growing up, but that doesn't mean that I think a lot of us were taught that we had to work really hard and we had to sacrifice and blah blah blah, but maybe it doesn't have to be that hard. For some of you guys, like, kind of figured that out, I think, or you will. With the 9 of Pentacles, the 7 of Swords in reverse, the 8 of Pentacles, and the Death card. Pretty big, like, it's something's just blew up or needed to, or things are going to blow up and you're not going to see it coming. Or maybe what you wanted to come is coming, but it's going to be kind of you using your imagination to manifest, you independently coming from a good place because you worked really hard, or you go back to school, or you get that degree, or you get some type of whatever you worked on alone, and it's going to bring about things that are unexpected. You have caring connections and the Magician in the mirror. So I feel like I choose to see and appreciate the beauty and value around me. I increase my gratitude every day, and I'm attracting even more to be grateful for. You're manifesting things in, but stay positive, basically, is how I see that. We're on the sign of Libra. Specifically, if you're dealing with an Aries, a Gemini, or a Pisces, or wherever that is in your chart, the 10th house is being highlighted for you, and the 10th house is all about your purpose, your career, your reputation, like your legacy. You know, like some of you guys are balancing out like love and money, and you're coming out of this kind of clouded energy, but it's going to be you kind of understanding that you have yet to discover, I think, maybe your true talents, or like that you can genuinely go after what it is that you're so passionate about, and that things will work out. But it's kind of like you needing to release the attachment to the outcome of not knowing like what that would be. You know, I do feel like there is some type of completion of a cycle here where something new that you like doing or you enjoy is going to bring about, you know, whatever you give will be given back to you, basically. So if you're working really hard, or you're doing, you know, whatever, then it'll be returned. But it's also about releasing the attachment to the outcome of how and where, and letting the universe kind of take over on that. Oof. You have the Temple Path and Victory. The Temple Path is, I open my heart to my spiritual truth and a deeper connection with spirit. Guidance and inspiration come freely and easily to me. And then the Victory. I'm achieving great things within myself and in the world. I see myself as a success in many wonderful ways, even now. So, I mean, it's here. You're on the right path. You're doing what you genuinely like, something you've thought about. You've kind of taken the steps. Maybe the money's coming in really slow right now, or there's something that you may need to partner up with a certain company or a person, but I think things are going to be just fine. But you need to be discerning, you know, or staying true to your own vision. And for some of you guys, just like holding yourself to whatever this wish, whatever you're hoping for, you know, not being afraid of it. Like being optimistic is the biggest one here. The next one, I'm on a Sagittarius. Specifically, if you're dealing with a Taurus, a Capricorn, or a Cancer, you guys are also 10th house. So is this self-love or is this emotional? Some of you guys, it's people you deal with maybe on a regular basis, or people that you work with or that you're teaching. I think that there is a situation that is going to require some patience, but there's also a cycle that's ending where maybe you felt like things weren't really working out, that maybe things weren't as successful as you'd like them to be. Some of you guys need to understand that a lot of people do appreciate you and your energy, and that these things are coming in for you that are positive, especially when it comes to finances. It says, I open myself to a new and deeper experience of family, and I'm ready to see greater happiness there. I know that I am the loving family that I need. Then you have the fish chakra, which flipped around in reverse on the table, so there might be a blockage there. It says, self-expression and speaking your truth. My throat chakra is open to its perfect and healthy state, spinning with the beautiful energy of freedom and self-empowerment. I am free to express myself in every way. I open my heart and life to truly caring connections. The ideal friend and partner is coming to me now. So I feel like it's not necessarily like a life partner. It just could be someone that you work with, someone you can open up to, that you can, you know, mentor a little bit and just kind of ride the wave and know that things will work out and that you'll have enough time to get all of the things you want to get done, because you guys are kind of like hummingbirds. You're all over the fucking place, but you get things done. I don't know. You don't have to be so hands-on. Maybe someone who can do more of the small things for you. Last but not least, Aries, specifically if you're dealing with a Leo or a Sagittarius or an Aquarius, 12th house is highlighted for you. That is the spiritual kind of things subconscious energy, things we don't really talk about. Could be how you were brought up, what you were taught, feeling like not so positive about some things you went through, whether it was as a child or as an adult. There's a lot of envy here, and I don't know if it's someone in your life or if it's kind of someone in your family. Maybe it was someone that kind of threw you off a little bit. Someone kind of took your confidence, or you're not feeling the most confident, or whatever the case may be. But you have the Ace of Wands, Two of Cups, the King of Pentacles in reverse, and the Eight of Pentacles. This could have been a situation that you genuinely wanted to work out. You felt a connection with this person, but things just didn't work. Like you tried, but it didn't work. You know, you had passion, but maybe this person was envious of you. It says, I let go of lack. I look at the blessings in my life with joy and satisfaction. I am glad. As I open the door to my own self-love, I attract more and more loving tenderness to me. I'm willing to learn new things. It is safe and comfortable for me to open up and share. I think that it's hard for you guys to open up. It's hard for you guys to not keep certain things to yourself. Maybe that's what you were taught. Maybe it's you with envy, or someone else around you, or you feel like that's just how people are with you. You don't really understand why that negative energy is being brought in, but it could be something subconscious, like your own anxiety and insecurities are bringing in this sense of lack, and maybe you feel like you're not where you want to be, even though you're putting the time and effort into it. But I feel like it's It's kind of telling you to open up and partner up with someone, I think. And in turn that will heal, you know, those things maybe that need to be healed. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys. I hope you have a good night.